from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole.
All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Grab near the sticks, it's Balkinson. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
Powers through the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides to back and leaves it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great
tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Rebels. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Central Michigan, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Chippewas want to pick up the tempo.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. grabbed in the middle. It's Roach. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Chippewas trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be looking to run. Fights off a defender. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Lining up to convert third down. Here we go. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Yeah, you could definitely catch a break there with that ball bouncing out of bounds. Third down, trying to make a play, trying to get the first down, but Palmer, ball security is job security.
Especially against this defense, David, because we know they take pride in creating turnovers, and they practice this throughout the week. They're running the football, getting hats on it. You see guys constantly swatting away. This offense very lucky that was not a turnover.
And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Smashes through the tackle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vegas. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Reads it, fires complete.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Chippewas really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Chips.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give on the inside. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Going for the marker on the ground. Nice move to keep running. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, you were already 2 for 2, and now you're 3 for 3. So offensively, this is just a day that ends in Y. It's another day at the office, continuing to go for it on 4th down. And guess what? Continuing to have success.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's a draw. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense
turning it on. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pound their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to...
Touchdown, UNLV! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Into a massive giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the returner will be brought down. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. The short hands, it's DeMarco. Breaks into the open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the edge on the right. He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Horn.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Chippewas want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on fourth down?
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Gets it out fast. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Chippewas have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Open space at the 25. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Got his man on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
1st down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
35, Central Michigan.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by...
There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Horn. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Chippewas want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Chippewas are on the move. Let's go. The give to the tailback. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. And the Chippewas had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he's going to try to return this one. And the ball is loose on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's quick. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Central Michigan. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Rebels offense is back on the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. Now adjusting. He's in open space downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Wide open. He makes the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
The Chippewas headed quickly to the line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel
spaces. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Chippewas. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
Turning it on! Smashes him with the stiff arm. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Gain of 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Caught close to the marker, it's Balkinson. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. We can only imagine more fireworks ahead here in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Page. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. And the Chippewas in the hurry up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Chippewas with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Roach. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the move, it's Peppers. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Nice move there. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Plows through the defense. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set, go!
Quarterback will keep it. And some room to work. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown Vegas. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
UNLV 56, Central Michigan 28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Makes the grab.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
So here they come going for it on fourth and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop.